Alright, B-Bay40 back with another Zombie Uprising video. I wanted to do this in the, I guess, hopes that other players might go along with this, because every time I go into this game and we hit one of these boss rounds, all I ever see everybody do is just kill the boss. You know, that's all they do. But what I want to show you is that this round is really more valuable than most other rounds in the game. If you look at the bottom left, how many zombies are going to spawn in this particular map. And this is true of all three boss maps. There is Skyhigh Arena, which is this one. It's like on the top of a skyrise building. There is a skate park. It's a big flat area like this, but it has these little raised areas for skateboards to jump over, whatever, you know, it's kind of the theme of it. And the third one is Undead Overpass, which is just a big flat surface like this with buildings all around the sides. So, but that one has issues, which I covered in another video if you want to check out the one I did just before this one. Issue with that one is that the zombies stop spawning after a couple of minutes, so you don't get hardly any zombies. But they're supposed to, and these other two, the Sky High and the skateboard parks, both do spawn all 1,000 zombies, or 999, however you want to look at it. So, and what I recommend for players to do, instead of, you know, just ignore the boss, because you just save him to the end. And I went in this particular map right here, this particular video I'm doing right now, I made, looking at the money count, I made $32.6 thousand to go toward buying guns in, you know, whatever tier you're working on. So there's the potential of getting a lot of money, a lot of XP, and a lot of points. Well, now points are easy to come by, but the money for buying guns is what everyone tries to get. And this is the best map to do it in. You can get more XP, more points, more money from these particular maps than you can any other. So if you get the skateboard park, like this one here, or I'm sorry, not this one, but this one is the Sky High Arena. You get this one, or the skateboard park. Forget about the boss. Don't bother killing the boss until after you've killed all the zombies. And you can see they just keep spawning. I mean, they're always coming out. There's always zombies to shoot. And usually it takes me a good 20 minutes going solo to get through this particular map and kill all 1,000 zombies. Although one odd thing I noticed is sometimes these rockets that you see flying around, they're supposed to be able to damage you, but they don't. The developer needs to work on that, I guess, if he wants to. I don't know if he's going to want to. I noticed somebody posted a one of the updates in Discord talking about the changes he made, recent changes. I don't know if they started in 2024 or maybe 2023, but it stated in there that he was planning on, or his plan was to increase the damage from the rockets in the different modes, you know, like hard mode or apocalypse mode. And this one here I'm playing is apocalypse mode. And you can see this is wave 14. So he was supposed to increase the damage of the rockets, but he completely turned it off somehow. The rockets are not doing any damage. The only damage they do is I have seen him occasionally hit a zombie and take out a zombie. I've seen him do that. These rockets, a lot of them come from all around the outer edge of the map, but also a lot of them come directly from the boss. If you don't look at him when I get close at any time, and you'll see rockets coming out from his legs when he's standing still. They like just shoot out in all different directions from his legs. So that's another area you got to watch out for, is not getting too close to the boss. But I mean, the rocket's not doing any damage right now. And you'll see that occasionally I get hit by a rocket and nothing happens. You just check my health bar on the bottom right, you'll see nothing changes. I don't lose any health at all. The zombies, not the same as, you know, any other map. They will hit you and drain your health if you hit you too many times. So I recommend what I'm doing, just keep moving. You know, and I don't recommend really backing up so much, because you'll see 9 times out of 10 it doesn't take a second for the game to spawn a zombie right behind me, like that one right there. So backing up is a little dangerous, and you really don't have to. I like to sometimes, I'll sit in the very corner here and see how many zombies I can take out before they get too close to me, and then I'll just run off again. But you can keep running forward all the way around this map, and you'll always have a zombie in front of you to shoot. So, I mean, you don't really need to go backwards. It's like I say, it's generally dangerous to do so. I mean, the zombies don't hit you for a lot, but they will hit you. If you're going backwards, you just won't see them spawn, and they always will spawn right behind you. And they do it all the time. So, and the other things you do have to worry about in these boss maps, besides the zombies themselves, are those red circles. You'll see these red circles show up every now and then, and they do explode. I think they gives them about 10 seconds. I actually haven't timed it. You see a red circle up on the right over there. They explode after about 10 seconds, I believe, and they will damage you. I've been damaged a couple times by them by just standing too close to them. So you don't want to be standing in one of those red circles for very long, once they show up. The other thing I don't notice, it is a red circle right there on my left, so I generally just run around them and avoid them. I guess it's about 5 seconds when that one showed up, it blew up. So it looks like they only last for about 5 seconds. So the other things that could potentially harm you, and I don't really know if they do or not, is if you were to watch the boss, he runs somewhere and then he stops, and before he takes off and runs again, there's an explosion all around him. And I think maybe if you're standing too close to him, you may take damage. I don't really know because I haven't tried it. I haven't tested that to see if it really happens or not. So, but you have to watch out for that if you're too close to the boss. You just don't want to stay there for very long because he will, there's a potential, I can't say for sure because like I said, the rockets are supposed to damage you and they don't. So maybe the boss doesn't damage you either. I really don't know. Other than that, I did videos on Uprising. Gosh, last time I played, I looked at my my badge, my 100,000 kill badge. That was in 2021. And when I started playing here again a couple weeks ago, I was still at only about 100,000 kills. So you can see I'm getting in this particular one here. Oh yeah, I don't have my character showing on the top right. What I'm showing there is the battle pass challenges, daily challenge or daily missions. And I actually have been trying to do those lately. At this point right now, I've already completed the seasonal battle pass, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know how long they've been doing battle pass. I don't remember it from back when I was playing in 2021. I don't know. But I do, every season I'm going to work on it because, and I'll put up a picture here to show you what I'm talking about. So you'll see in the picture on the right all the battle pass missions, and you can scroll up and down to look at all the different missions. On the top you'll see daily missions, and as you scroll down you'll see all the different missions to kill so many zombies with different weapons. And the last ones I did, because I don't use them I wasn't using them very often, is melee and shotgun. I just don't use those weapons very often. I do now that I've done the battle pass objective, the battle pass mission. I do work on those now because I like, now that I've learned how to use a melee weapon, especially my my two-sided katana, not katana, two-sided laser. Gosh, why am I drawing a blank on the Star Wars sword? But I've got the double edge, the double blade. So, and that, from what I could tell, looking at all the different, I went back and looked at a lot of different melee weapons, and that is pretty much the strongest one you can get. So I'm just going to keep using that lightsaber, the double-ended lightsaber. I looked at the katana; it just doesn't have as much damage to it, or as long of a reach as a double-edged katana does. And you can click on it in the, melee options, and you can look at the reach and the damage that they do. and each of the different melee weapons, so you can take time to do that. So the other things I didn't work on was is a PWD, I think it's a personal defense weapon, and LMR LMG light machine gun. So, and you'll notice if you look at your different weapons in your different tiers, each weapon is given a name designation. Basically, there's assault rifles, there's carbines, there are light machine guns, heavy machine guns, a medium machine gun, and there's other different designations. Obviously shotguns. There's the rifles. You have marksman rifles. You have sniper rifles, and all these different ones you may see as battle pass missions. So, and a battle pass mission is supposed to reset, I guess, every season, every 3 months. So right now they just started one in July. I think it was July 4th was the update when they added the season 12 battle pass. So, and I completed that one. And the reason you want to do those and concentrate on those and level up and get all the way to the top level is because if you look on the left side of the picture, you'll see what you can win. Now, there's 2 different types of perks or rewards for completing the missions. You got the ones in the yellow, which are only available to those who actually buy the Season 12 Battle Pass for, I think it's 750 Robux. If you buy it, then you get all those yellow rewards as you level up, Battle Pass levels. But if you don't buy it, you still get all the ones with the gray background. And a lot of those were pretty good. I mean, a lot of nice cases, iridium cases, element case at the end, maybe a couple. And I got some gold. You can see I got some gold up there in the top, just to the right of my money. And what you do with the gold, I really don't know yet. I know you can buy skins. So, but I haven't really spent any gold to buy anything yet. I think, I forget. I really don't remember what I had to do to get my double-ended lightsaber. I got it so long ago. It was back in 2021. I just don't remember what I did to get it, but I do have it now. But there are different ones that are available with gold. You can buy them by spending the gold to get it. So that's the only use I know of for the gold right now, is to buy melee weapons and skins. Other than that, I would recommend watching a couple of videos I've done recently. I did a video on how to use, I give some lessons on how to use melee weapon. Actually, it was a live stream video I did when I went to get my Prestige 1 level. I finally got Prestige 1. I had left off, I didn't know about Prestige and how it worked at the time, back in 2021 when I was playing. And I had gotten all the tier 10 guns. I had everything. I was ready to go into Prestige, but I'd never done it before, and I was thinking about researching, watching some YouTube videos on it to see what you get, how it works. And I just never did, and I just stopped playing the game. I started playing different games. And it just sat there for 4 years. And then I come back in the game, and lo and behold, they went and added a whole bunch of new guns and a whole new tier 11. So I had to backtrack. I lost all my tier 9, tier 10 guns, even tier 8 guns. I lost them all because of these weapon additions due to updates, which I was not very happy about. So I had to go back and earn all the money, especially a lot more money, because tier 11 is like $200,000 to buy each gun, which is insane. Whereas, tier 10 is only $90,000. So I had to work my butt off here, doing a lot of grinding to finally get enough money to go in there. It usually takes me a couple hours to get over 200,000 in cash. Going in solo, just playing by myself in a private server. But this map here, as I was saying before, is a big help in achieving that, because, like I said, I ended up with $32.6 thousand in cash from this one map, from killing all these zombies. So, getting back to the main point of all this is, like I was saying, take the time to just kill the zombies. Treat it like a regular zombie map, a regular zombie round, or treat it like a horde map. and just kill all the zombies. And you see they're constantly spawning. I'm just constantly shooting them. There's always a zombie to shoot. There's never a moment when you don't have a zombie to shoot. The only problem map that has an issue with that is the Undead Overpass. That one does have an issue where it just after a couple minutes it stops spawning zombies. And I made the developer aware of that by posting a video of it in his Discord server in the bug report section. So hopefully one day, I'm told he's the only developer, Brian, he's the only developer for this game, so I'm sure he's very busy all the time. He's, I don't know, I think he's just making more and more work for himself by adding more maps and doing all this other stuff. He needs to just fix the issues at hand before going on and making anything new, but, you know, that's just my opinion, and it's his game and his option, how he wants to run it and how he wants to handle it, so we got to live with these issues for now until he gets a chance to get around to fix them. So, you know, two issues I mentioned, the Undead Overpass just stopped spawning zombies, and all three different boss maps, the rockets don't do any damage. And I remember they used to. I remember back in 2021 when I was playing this quite a bit that I remember taking damage from those rockets in the past, but they just don't do any damage anymore. So, but other than that, I just suggest I personally go in most of the time now. I go in solo, so I can just kill all the zombies myself and get all the credit and level up quicker. You know, get more money quicker by myself. Or the other option, if you're a high enough level, I think you have to be at least level 25 to go into Apocalypse mode. And I just say go into Apocalypse mode. It gives you, I think, double money and 50% XP, or vice versa. I forget. But so I would wait like this. I believe this minigun is a level 8, a tier 8 gun, and it's pretty good for just mowing down the zombies in Apocalypse mode for at least. I know I usually only get time enough to go 20 waves. 20 different maps because of the amount of time. And like I said, this one map here alone, the boss map, if you kill all the zombies, takes 20 minutes itself. And you may end up with 2 or 3 of these by the time you get to wave 20. So you're going to end up spending a lot of time in this game. But if you got the time, I suggest pushing on further, because the other option I do is a lot of times I'll just go into an open server, just go right into Apocalypse mode and play higher waves, see what wave it's at. Even though there's other players in there, the zombies give more XP and more money when you kill them, when you get the higher waves. You get tougher and tougher zombies, and they're just worth more. So I'll do that. That's the other option I choose to do these days is either going solo in a private server or joining a high wave Apocalypse mode if I could find one. So anyway, the recap, why reason I'm doing this video is I want to show everybody that you can get a lot of benefit out of just killing all the zombies in these boss rounds. Just ignore the boss like I'm doing. I'm down to my last 20. Is it last 20? Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like about the last. It's a little blurry and the screen's smaller while I'm editing it here and putting the voice over. So I'm down to less than 100, I can tell that. So, and that's what I just recommend doing. It would take about, if you're in solo, it would take about 20 minutes. If you're going with some friends, it'd probably take half that time to kill all the zombies. They are spawning faster than I can kill them, so you will. Should be enough zombies to go around if you have 2 or 3 players in the map, all working together to try to clear out all the zombies. So just kill the zombies first. I highly recommend that. There's so many advantages to doing that. And then kill the boss at the end. Don't just, that's the one thing that bugs me about going into open servers is every time you go into one of these maps, everybody lines up and kills the boss. And the boss, if you're the lucky soul that ends up getting that final shot and killing the boss, and you get like $1,000 in money. Whereas if you kill all the zombies, you can get $30,000. So I mean, which is better? I mean, you come in this game to kill zombies. That's the whole main goal of this particular game, is shooting zombies. So why not just shoot them all in this wave too? Just in these boss waves, just shoot all the zombies. And I'm going to show you here shortly after this. I'll show you. Oh, I forget. Well, you'll see here in a minute. I'm about to finish this up. I'm down to my less than 10 zombies here. Actually, I think I just killed the last one. So I'm going to skip over my mystery box pulls. I just went in here to just see if I can get a good extra weapon, and I did not manage to do that, so I cut a lot of that out. And it'll show you in the end here when I kill the boss. It'll give me $1,000. I didn't think it gave anything at all because I never saw anything before. I never noticed it. But it actually does give me $1,000, and I forget how much, about 700 XP and some points, which I'm already at maxed out. I just spent all my points, so I can use that. But anyway, I appreciate you checking out this video. And if you made it all the way through, appreciate that too. And subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribing takes a second to click the button, and it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, you can turn off notifications if you want to, so you don't get bombarded by, although I don't do a whole lot of videos very often, so you won't have to worry about getting bombarded with videos from me or messages from me, because I just don't do a whole lot. But give it a like if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that. And check out my other videos, even the ones from the past I did about 4 years ago. I did a lot of Uprising videos, and I appreciate it. And thank you all for checking out, and catch me in the next one. Thanks.